In the heart of the French Quarter in New Orleans, in the shadow of the great St. Louis Cathedral, sits a quaint storefront church called Vauquerès Baptist Church. In the late 1980s, Vauquerès was pastored by a man named Brother Roy. Brother Roy taught me what a life of faith sharing looks like and can be. I first met Roy when I was a freshman at college. A group of us students would move in once a year into his church, and the French Quarter would be our mission field. And every morning, Brother Roy and our leader would release us into the quarter, and we would begin to become the presence of God in that place. I remember the thing that I loved most was simply shadowing Brother Roy as he walked around his mission field. He knew every lucky dog vendor on the corner. He knew the prostitutes. He knew the bar owners. He knew the street performers. And everyone who knew Brother Roy knew they were loved and valued. I once asked Brother Roy about his evangelism style, about how he shares his faith. And he says, I see myself as a Jesus salesman. I know everyone needs Jesus. And it's my job to introduce them. It wasn't a script. It wasn't a program. It was just simply who Brother Roy was. A man who defined and lived out the presence of God in a place and was willing to share that faith with all who came to him and met him and knew him. This week, our Believe spiritual practice is sharing our faith. So often we feel pressure around this spiritual practice. It feels scary. It feels unnerving. So I want to invite you to confront that pressure, to release it, and simply invite you to be a blessing to someone's life each and every day. Every day, as you venture out into the world, ask God, how can I be a blessing to someone today? Through a prayer, through a special connection, through a phone call. And as we become blessings of God in the world, as we begin to share our faith, our love, God will transform the world, transform individual lives, transform our life and our church. And together, we will build a church and community of faith sharers. I'm Pastor Eric Spivey at First Baptist Church Cornelia, where we are seeking to think, act, and become more like Jesus.